I must close the eyes and think of other.
Hayi mina impendulo yami umbuzo wakho ukuthi sengibuzo wokugcina manje ngithi ke mase sivala amehlo sike sibheke ukuthi ubonani uma ukuthi uthola la kunezimpawu ezifana nezimpawu ezehlukile sithi yena no mina ngiphendula nje ngalokho okuphambi kwethu ngingaphenduli ngento engiyibona uma ngivala amehlo.
Let me repeat again. Now there's an exhibit that is before you. Not this one. There's an exhibit that is before you. Then firstly, and you're working on a particular group, then firstly you are able to identify a clear line of similarity. In other words, this striation, that is this striation that is on the exhibit bullet goes through to the test bullet. There's no contest about it. Then immediately after that clear striation, there are lines or striations that are found on the test bullet, but not, that are found on the scene bullet, but not on the test bullet, or which are found on the test bullet, but not on the scene bullet. And therefore, immediately thereafter, you find again a clear line of similarity between the two bullets. In other words, the striation goes through from the test bullet and the scene bullet. There's no contest about it. Now, I want to know from you, what will be your methodology of counting those striations in terms of the consecutive method of counting striations?
No, it doesn't umbukiso la. Asithi ubheke kwenye nje mhlambe inhlamvu. Uthola ukuthi la eqaleni uyabona ukuthi kukhona umugqa obonakalayo, uphawu olubonakalayo, akunampikiswano ukuthi kuyabonakala licacile akunankinga ngani. Uma usudlula ke lapho ke ebese ke uthola ukuthi kukhona uphawu olutholakalayo enhlamvini evela endaweni yesigameko. Kodwa alukho kule nhlamvu le obutesta ngayo. Noma uthola ukuthi kule nhlamvu evela endaweni yesigameko alukho lolu phawu kodwa uma usufika la enhlamvini le testa ngayo lukhona lolu phawu. Uma usudlula futhi lapho uthola ukuthi sekukhona omunye umugqa futhi obonakalayo ocacile kule nhlamvu ethuthwa esigamekweni nale nhlamvu otesta ngayo. Ngifuna ukubuza ke manje ukuthi usebenzisa yiphi indlela yokubala uma ubala zonke lezi zinto ohamba uhlangana nazo?
I'll continue counting the matching striations.
Zoqhubeka ngibale izimpawu ezibonakalayo.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy with that answer. Now, you were requested by Colonel Kininda, not really Colonel Kininda, by Colonel Bentley, if I'm not mistaken, to go and attend the scene on the 26th of October 2014, not so?
Akunjalo yena ukuthi wawuceliwe uColonel Bentley ukuthi awuye endaweni yesigameko ngomhla 26 October 2014 ukuthi uyosebenza khona?
Yes, my lord, I was requested by Captain Bentley to attend the scene.
Yebo ngacelwa uCaptain Bentley ukuthi ngiyo endaweni yesigameko ngiyosebenza khona.
And then you were accompanied by two of your members from the Forensic Science Laboratory.
Wawuphelezelwa ababili anisebenza nabo esiphoyiseni akunjalo?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo.
Thank you. Now, when you arrive at the scene, as per your testimony, there were people who were busy with their investigation and you did not want to interfere with them, not so?
Nje mufika endaweni yesigameko kungafanele ukuthi niphikisane nabantu noma nithikamezane nabantu abathole besebenza endaweni yesigameko kanjalo?
That's correct, my lord. They were busy processing the crime scene when I arrived.
Yebo babe busy benza umsebenzi wabo ukuhlola indawo yesigameko ngesikhathi ngifika.
Thank you. Now, you waited up until they finalized, they were done with whatever that they were doing, and then you also started to get involved with your own investigation at the scene also.
Ushuthi ulinde baze baqeda umsebenzi abebewenza ukuze na uthola ithuba lokuthi wenze olwakho uphenyo lapha endaweni yesigameko kanjalo?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjani?
Thank you. Now exactly, what did you do at the scene?
Manje kule ndawo yesigameko wena wenzani?
My lord, I took pictures of the crime scene inside. I took pictures of the bullet marks that were in the scene. I took the measurements of the bullet marks.
Ngafika ngathatha izithombe zala kokukhona khona lapho inhlamvu ezazishaye khona ngalelo langa ama bullet mark and ngase ke ngiyaqala futhi nokuthi la eshaye khona inhlamvu kwakukude kangakanani.
What else if there is anything that you did?
Khona yini okunye wakwenza mhlawumbe?
Now I'm talking about the scene.
Ngisho khona endaweni yesigameko.
That's all that I did at the scene.
Hayi ikona kuphela engakwenza endaweni yesigameko.
Thank you. Now, with that information, before I get to that, and then subsequent to that scene, you also attended the autopsy, not so, that's the post-mortem examination.
Emva kwaloko ke waphinde waya la kwakuhlola khona umzimba kamuva kunjalo.
That's correct, my lord. I attended post-mortem the next day.
Yes.
Yebo ngena ngelilandelayo ngaya lapho kwakuhlola khona umzimba kamuva.
Were you still accompanied by your two colleagues?
Wawusapheleselwa labo asebenza nabo ababili?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo babesekhona.
Do you still recall who else, except for the doctor and his assistant, the medical team, from the side of the police, who else was there?
Ngaphandle kadokotela nalo wayemsiza ngisho ukuthi ke ithemba lezempilo ubani umunye wayekhona lapha?
I think Colonel Mhlatlo was there,
Kwakukhona uKolonel Mhlahlo
and the LCRC guy was also there.
kwakukhona nalo wayesenza LCRC.
And I can't recall who else was there.
Angisakhumbuli ke futhi nokuthi ubani omunye wayekhona la.
But were there any other people except Mushasho, the guy from LCRC, who were there? By the fact that you can't recall.
I can't recall who was there.
Okay.
Angisakhumbuli ukuthi kwakubani umbuzo ukuthi uyakhumbula ngaphandle kwalabo umhlahlo nalo wase-LCRC uyakhumbula yini ukuthi babekhona yini abanye abantu nanoma ungasakhumbuli ukuthi kwakubani?
Thank you. Now, you then embarked on a process of reconstructing the scene to give an explanation of what could have happened. Not so.
Manje ke wasizama ke umbuyisela ukuthi isigameko senze kanjani ukuze uqonde kahle ukuthi kwakwenzekeni ngalelo langa.
That's correct, ma'am.
Yebo kunjani?
Thank you. And the conclusion that you came up with was that at the time of the shooting incident, the deceased was near the kitchen door when he got struck by a bullet, which also hit the kitchen door, ricochet, and it fell on the cupboard. Not so.
Kusho ukuthi ke wena egcineni wafinyelela kulesi sinqumo sokuthi uma ufike seduze nomnyango wasekitchen uma ke esezoshawa inhlamvu eyadlula yashaya udonga yasi yabuya izowela la ku carpet kunjalo?
That's correct, ma'am.
Yebo kunjani?
Thank you. That is information that you, if I'm not mistaken, that information that you might have gotten from Captain Bentley, not so.
Mhlambe ke lolu lwazi lolu walithola ku Captain Bell kunjani?
No, my lord.
I'm sorry. The fact that the bullet was found on the kitchen cupboard, not that whole statement. But the
Ukuthi
fact
ke
in
inhlamvu
relation to-
yatholakala ku
Yes.
ekhabetheni lasekitchen hayi konke lokho besichaza lokho nje kuphela ukuthi inhlamvu yatholakala ekhabetheni ikona wakuthola ku Captain Bell.
That's correct, because I've asked them where did they find
Yes.
the bullets. They showed me where they found the bullet, ma'am.
Yebo ngoba ngababuza ukuthi bayithola laphi inhlamvu base bayangikhombisa ukuthi le nhlamvu bayitholani.
Who specifically showed you?
Ubani wakhombisa?
It was Colonel Mhlatlo and Captain Bentley.
Hayi uKolonel Mhlahlo no Captain Bent. uKolonel Mhlahlo no Captain Bent.
Thank you. I can. The testimony of Miss Musa. You say Colonel Moshasho, name? testimony of Colonel Mohlahlo, yes, is to the effect that when the bullet was found, was allegedly found on the kitchen cupboard, she was also there as well. So,
Colonel Hlahlo uthi yena
It's just
wayekhona
a snitch
ngesikhathi inhlamvu izotholakala lapha ekhabetheni la sekitchen.
now, you then based your conclusion based on your observations and the information that you got from Colonel Bentley and Captain Bentley and Colonel Mohlahlo in relation to where the bullet was found, not so?
Can you please repeat?
Oh, I'm saying, subsequent to that too, you then formulated your conclusion in respect of the scene reconstruction based on, amongst others, the information that you got from Colonel Mohlahlo is on where the bullet was found.
Kusho ukuthi kuloko akuthola ku Captain Mohlahlo no Colonel Mohlahlo no Captain Bentley kusho ukuthi kwakusiza ekutheni ubuyiseke isithombe sokuthi kwakwenzekeni ngalelo langa.
Not so?
Anginjalo.
That's correct, my lord, and it made sense to me when I
Yes.
reconstruct the incident for the bullet to end up where they showed me it was found.
Yes.
Kwacaca kumina uma sebengikhombisile ukuthi inhlamvu lena yatholakala laphi ukuthi ngempela ngabe kuwukuthi kwenzekani ngalelo langa.
Thank you. Now, I want us to refer ourselves to the testimony of Mr. Madlala, which he proffered on the 7th of August 2023. By the way, Mr. Madlala was one of the witnesses who was in the house. 7 August 2023, on the transcribed record. I'm going to start on page 19. Now, I'm going to start. I'm not so sure whether you've got that record, Mr. Ngoba. You don't have it. I'm not so sure whether it can be beamed this way, madam. Just for ease of reference of Mr. Ngoba, to enable him to follow when he's interpreting to Mr. Nduli, Mr. Nove, Mr. Danzi, Mr. Speak, and Mr. Mapisa. I'm sorry. The date is the 7th of August 2023. Now we will be starting with page number 19. Now, page number 19, we're going to start at line number 21. Number 21.
I do not have that document.
Yes. We will not be able to follow when it has been being. Unfortunately, I only brought my own copy here. Now, line number 21 from the transcript that I have, there is, yes, down, yes, where it starts with the underlined word, Mr. Baloyi. Now, I'm going to read what is contained in this transcript. It says, Mr. Baloyi, that's now the state. Him speaking now. Just a minute. I just want to show you photo 15 of Exhibit D. If you can, just use that photo to illustrate your evidence.
Uthi lapha ke ubaloyi ekhuluma uthi awume kancane ngifuna ukukhombisa isithombe seshumi nesihlanu sesikhombisa sombukiso uD uma ungasebenzisa leso sithombe nje uthi uchaze usikhombise usichazele umfakazi bakho.
Thank you. Now Mr. Madlala responds, that's now the witness. He says, he was leaning against the door over there. Then Mr. Baloyi asked, who is that now?
The writing has gone beyond the page.
I'm trying to sabotage you, yes, because to go back to the page.
No.
Page number 19, just what, yes,
Usethi
the last two
Madlala
sentences.
wayenike eminyango laphaya manje siyabuza kubale uthi usho ubani manje.
Thank you. Now on page 20, Mr. Madlala then responds to the question by Mr. Baloyi. Then he says, the tall one, the second one, who entered the house, he was leaning against the door and Senzo had pinned him against the wall that is depicted in that picture, holding him onto his arm.
Manje usaphendula kuMadlala uthi lo mude lo wesibili lo wangena endlini wayenike ngasemnyangweni usenzokela wayesemcindezele odongeni njengoba kukhombiswa ilesa sithombe embambile ngengalo.
Then Mr. Baloyi says, and in which direction was this person that you describe as accused number 2 facing? In which direction was the deceased facing?
Manje usaphendula kubale uthi uyabuza kubale uthi manje ke lo muntu ke lo okumchaza manje wayebheke phi njengoba umsolo wesibili waye manje usho ukuthi wayebheke phi lo muntu omchaza njengomsolo wesibili and futhi ke nokuthi umufi yena wayebheke.
Thank you, Mr. Ngcobo. Now Mr. Madlala answers Mr. Baloyi. He says, this suspect was faced into the kitchen when Senzo was facing the door at the time that he had pinned him against the wall.
Manje uMadlala uyaphezulu uthi umsolo lona wayebheke ngasekitchen ngesikhathi uSenzo ebheke ngasemnyango ngalesi sikhathi ke emcindezele odongeni.
Now Mr. Baloyi says, you say you also struck a blow. Who did you strike and where did you strike that person?
Siyabuza kubale ukuthi uthe wagaza yini lapho and futhi ke wawushaya bani and futhi wamshaya phi lo muntu wamshaya.
Then Mr. Madlala says, no, I hit him on the face.
Siyaphendula uMadlala uthi cha ngamshaya ebusweni.
Then the interpreter tries to put on record that kind of a demonstration that was done by Mr. Madlala, and this is how he put it. There is a demonstration as well, the temporal area of the face. I hit him on the face, and there was a clenched fist which is now demonstrated that that person was hit on the temporal area of the face, that very tall one.
Siyachaza ke utolile ukuthi kukhona indlela bebekhombisa ngayo futhi ukuthi wamshaya ngenhla kwesiphongo ebusweni.
Then
Wamshaya ebusweni and lapha ngeningi eyayifumbathiwe futhi ke ekhombisa ukuthi lo muntu washaya lapha nje ngenhla kwesiphongo ebusweni usho ukuthi lo omude.
Then Mr. Baloyi says, just for record purposes, who is this person?
Siyabuza ke ubaloyi uthi ke akuse sichaze ukuze ukwazi uqoqwa ubani lo muntu.
Then Mr. Madlala says, thereafter there was a gunshot that went off. As it went off, the sound of that gun almost deafened my ears because, you know, there was, where we were, it was a reasonable confined space there. So there is not much of a movement in that spot where the gunshot went off. I then ran and got myself into the bedroom.
Usiyaphendula uMadlala uthi emva kwaloko kwaqhuma isibhamu. Ngesikhathi siqhuma umsindo walesi sibhamu wathi ngibhala indlebe ngoba uyabona la esasikhona kwakuyindawo encane engavulekile. So kusho ukuthi ayisikho ke sayingekho indawo yokuthi umuntu anganyakaza kule indawo la okwaqhubela khona isibhamu. Ngase ngiyabaleka mina ngaya egumbini lokulala.
Now Mr. Baloyi on page 21 says, just a minute. Now where did the gun go off?
Then
Mr. Madlala says, I think it went off in the kitchen because after it went off, there was that beating sound or a lasting beating sound of ears. I think he was referring to an echo. That's me now saying echo, yeah. It's not him.
ukukhale endlebeni usethi-ke ummeli ngicabanga ukuthi ngalapho wayesho ukuthi kwakukhona lokhu ukuthi umsindo uphindaphinde.
Now, thank you. Oh, on this one, we'll pause it there. And then there is also further testimony from one of the witnesses who was in the house, Mrs. Zandile Khumalo.
Khona ubufakazi walethwa futhi noma umusifazane oyekhona lapho uMrs. Zandile Khumalo.
Won't go through her testimony as I did here, but just to paraphrase what she said, and I'm going to be very accurate. She said,
Ngizofinqa-ke ukuthi wathini.
as they were seated in the kitchen,
Bathi besahlele ekitchen
they were accosted by two men.
bavele bangenelwa amadoda amabili.
The first got in, had a firearm in his possession.
Lo kuqala wangena phethe isibhamu esandleni.
When they were still concentrating on the first one, then they then realized that there was also another one who was standing on the passage.
Bathi besabheka oqala-ke babona ukuthi hawu kanti kunowesibili wayeme ephasejini.
A passage that was leading to the sitting room.
Usho ukuthi le passage aliholela egumbini lokuhlala i-sitting room.
The first guy, or the first person, intruder, who had a firearm in his possession, then demanded money and cell phone.
So kusho ukuthi lo kuqala-ke wayephethe isibhamu wafuna ukuthi bamnike imali nama-cellphone omakhalekhukhwini.
As they were surprised about what is happening, then Longwe stood up.
Besamangele ukuthi kwenzekani uLongwe waphakama.
Whether he hit or pushed the guy who had a firearm, but that is what happened.
Akucaci ukuthi wamshaya noma wamsunduza nje lo muntu wayephethe isibhamu kodwa lokho kwenzeka.
But through that incident, then Longwe wasn't able to run out of the house.
Well, kuthiwa kule nqushu-nqushukele uLongwe waseyakwazi ukuthi abaleke aphume endlini.
Now, then thereafter, after that incident, all the occupants in the house who were in the house then stood up and they accosted these two intruders.
Manje-ke bonke-ke ababekhona lapha endlini baphakama-ke besezama ukubamba labantu ababezobahlasela.